Sa sinumang nagdududa pa rin sa pagkakasangkot ni Romualdez at ng mga Marcos sa flood control at iskandalo sa infrastruktura, malinaw na ipinapakita nito na ang tinatawag na BBM formula, na dinisenyo di umano upang ipamahagi ang mga budget ng distrito ng pantay-pantay batay sa pangangailangan, ay aktwal na ginamit upang ipamahagi ang mga pondo sa kanilang mga kaalyado, na ang pinakamalaking alokasyon ay napupunta sa distrito ni Sandro Marcos at distrito ni Martin Romualdez. Pinatunayan mismo ni Usek Bernardo kung paano gumagana ang eskema. Walang sinumang matinong tao ang mangangatwiran na ang 1st District ng Ilocos Norte o ang 1st District ng Leyte ay nagkataon na nangangailangan ng pinakamalaking alokasyon ng budget sa buong bansa.
I'm happy to know na tinaasan yung budget kasi in the past I've heard na napakababa yung budget na binibigay para sa pagkain ng mga inmates na under sa BJMP. In fact, I've received complaints also na kinukurakot yung para sa pagkain ng mga inmates. Maliit na, kinukurakot pa. Meaning yung mga inmates, kung wala silang dala, wala silang kakainin. But that has already been addressed during the last budget hearing, Mr. Chair. And then dun sa sabi niyo pong air support or air assets, very important po yan. Nabanggit nyo nga yung gagamitin for search and rescue, medical evac, surveillance and support. Kailangan lang po siguro yung sa maintenance, Mr. Chair, kung kinakailangan gastusan natin para masiguro na well-maintained yung mga air assets natin, magagamit, pakipakinabang. Kasi in the past, we've heard na may mga helicopters na nakakrash. In fact, at one point in time, kung matatandaan nyo, yung mismong chief PNP nila, sakay doon, buti na lang, hindi naman masyado naging seryoso yung anatamo niyang sugat or whatever. So, yeah, agree ako dun sa air assets na palakasin natin. Now, let's go to the body-worn camera. Mr. Chair, good morning. Senator J.B. Ejercito. Since my election to the Senate in 2022, I have been a firm and unwavering advocate for the widespread use of body-worn cameras. In 19 Congress, I filed Senate Bill number 2199, which is a measure intending to mandate law enforcement officers to use body-worn cameras during law enforcement operations. Unfortunately, kinulang po tayo ng oras para maipasa ito. This 20th Congress I filed Senate Bill number 86 with the same intention, and hopefully this time maging ganap na pong batas itong panukalang ito. It's about time that all our law enforcers should wear body-worn camera at all times kapag sila po ay nasa field. There are cases that has reached my program where police officers conducted arrest with or without warrant that was not done properly and violated the rights of the accused and sometimes their families. Isa pong kaso na inareklamo sa aking programa yung girian sa pagitan ng isang rider at isang pulis. Sa video, malino na may nanakit. Ito po, Mr. Chair, if you'll allow me to show a video. Mr. Chair, luma na siguro yung mga equipment sa Senate, kailan palitan na kahapon ganitong problema ulit na encounter ko. It's about time, budgetan din siguro natin yung mga equipment natin dito.
Nakasalamin, naka-face mask at hinahawakan niya yung helmet ng isa pang rider at inaalog-alog. At makikita na po dyan sa video niya na may hawak na po siyang baril. Nakababa po ito, no? Nakababa yung baril.
Okay.
At nagkukos na po ito ng traffic. Tumabi po yung isang nakaalitan niyang rider at may mga lumapit na po na pulis. At pinusasan po yung isang movie rider.
Okay, so ang nangyari, pinusasan ng mga pulis yung ina-assault noong nakaputi na hoodie.
Opo.
Itong nakaputi na hoodie, nakabunot ang baril. So sa halip na arestuhin yung naka-hoodie na may hawak na baril dahil in the first place, gun ban na maliwanag at that time, election. So bakit hindi yun ang inaresto? Ang malaking tanong, bakit ang inaresto pa yung inaagrabyado, yung ina-assault na rider? Tama?
Yes po.
Okay. Major Ines, magandang hapon po.
Okay na siguro? As you can see doon po sa video, yung police wala siyang suot na body-worn camera. Now, kung meron siyang suot, then doon natin malalaman kung sinong tama at sinong mali. Buti na lang, merong isang concerned citizen, dashcam niya, nakafocus doon sa pangyayari, kuwang-kuha yung blow by blow, lahat ng insidente. So, hindi pwedeng mag-deny ang police doon. Actually, yung body-worn camera, it works both ways. Protection para doon sa inaakusa or hinuhuli, at the same time protection din sa PNP operative. Isa pa pong kasong inilapit sa akin ay itong tinatawag na police station modus. Ang estilo po, imbitahin ka sa presinto, pero pagdating mo roon, hindi ka pa pala palalabasin. Yung sinasabi ng mga police, Mr. Chair, inibitahan ka namin sa presinto, pumunta ka dahil may reklamo sa'yo kahit na walang warrant. Now, pag pumunta ka doon sa presinto at dahil walang body-worn camera, yari ka na. More often than not, tuloy-tuloy ka na sa kulungan. Kasi pwede ka nilang sabihan na resisting arrest, pwede na sabihin na nanakit ng pulis, gagawin ka na kung ano ng istorya. Pero kung mayroong body-worn camera, maiwasan po yon. Maraming beses na po gano'n na nangyari na sinasabing sumunod ka sa presinto, imbitahan ka sa presinto, at kapag sumama ka sa presinto, 9 out of 10, tuloy-tuloy ka na sa kulungan. Kaya palagi ko ina-advise sa mga nakikinig sa programa kung nanonood, na pag walang warrant at nag-invite sa inyo sa presinto, you have the option of not agreeing to the invitation of that policeman, whoever that he is. May isang incident sa Taguig na kung saan mahinahabol ang mga pulis na humantong sa panglulusob nila ng 5 bahay. Sinipa ang pinto at tinutukan ng baril ang mga residente. Ang paliwanag ng mga pulis, hot pursuit daw yun. Again, wala na naman body-worn camera. Kung meron body-worn camera, then magkaalamanan kung tama ba yung ginawa ng mga pulis, kung sumunod ba sila sa procedure o hindi. Meron ba tayong video?
Wala naman ho kayong papel eh. Asan ang papel nyo? Manghuhuli kayo. Oh, pumasok pa sa loob ng bahay yan. Ayan.
May pumasok po sa compound po namin. Bali, sabi po nila is mga pulis daw po sila. Hot pursuit daw po. Nanutok daw po ng baril yung kapatid ko after hearing daw po. Wala silang warrant or search warrant.
Itong mga pulis na ito, winawalang hiya nila pag mahirap. Pag mayaman, di nila kaya.
Sa pagpasok nila sa 5 bahay na uncertain sila, walang reason para pasukin nila. Imbestigahan po natin.
Pupunta po kami sa inyong tanggapan, General. Samahan po namin itong mga complainant para ma-identify po yung mga pulis na inireklamo ng Taguig. Salamat po, General.
So, again, doon sa video na yon, Mr. Chair, lumusob na naman yung mga pulis ng wala na ang warrant, wala pang body-worn camera. Now, lalabas yun kung walang nag-video sa members of the family na nire-raid yung kanilang bahay, then it will be he said, she said. Kasi walang body-worn camera yung police. Sabihin ng police, mali yung pinuntahan namin bahay. Pwede pang kasuhan ng direct assault. I had so many cases na ang palaging laban ng mga pulis, Mr. Chair, tulad sabi ko, pag sinabi sumunod ka presinto, pagdating ng presinto, hindi ka nalalabas kasi sasabihin ng pulis, nanlaban, nanakit yung taong inimbitahan nila, nabaliktad. So with the body-worn camera, may iwasan na po natin ang lahat na ito. Now, Mr. Chair, thank you. With your indulgence, tuloy ko na po yung mga katanungan.
But Mr. Chair, Senator Tulfo, with your indulgence, I just like the chair would just like to mention the Senate bills that are being deliberated on this juncture. We proceed with these items on the agenda. Senate Bill numbers 86, 358, 1184, and 1328, authored by Senators Rafi Tulfo, Ronald De La Rosa, Jingo Estrada, and Mark Villar, respectively. All these bills mandate law enforcement officers to use a body-worn camera during law enforcement operations. So, ito po yung mga bills that will be deliberated. You may now proceed, Senator Tulfo.
Yeah, mabalikan ko po yung sinasabi ko na palaging ginagamit ng mga pulis gas-gas kapag gusto na talaga nila magpakulong ng isang suspect o isang taong inibitahan nila sa presinto ng walang warrant of arrest. Direct assault. Kaya nga po gumawa ko ng batas tungkol dyan na hindi na pwedeng gamitin yan. Gas-gas na gas-gas. These gentlemen here from the PNP, they know that. Na yun ang palaging ginagamit, direct assault. Paano hindi ma-direct assault? Tutulak niya yung suspect. Upakan niya, sampalin niya, sipain niya. Siyempre, sasangga yung suspect. Pag sumangga, nasagi yung kamay ng pulis, direct assault agad yon. Kulong na agad yung taong dinilan sa presinto. With the body-worn camera, maiwasan lahat po ito. Kaya lang, Mr. Chair, kailangan magkaroon ng intense training ang lahat ng mga pulis na susuot ng body-worn camera. Intense training when it comes to how it is being used and how it is being maintained. Kasi kung walang training kung paano gamitin at paano i-maintain, useless din. Kasi ang sasabihin, at the end of the day, sabihin ng police, hindi gumagana, sira, pumalpak ang battery, etc. So dapat nandun sa batas na ginawa ko, Mr. Chair, bago suotin ng police yung body-worn camera, he or she has to make sure na yung camera ay gumagana. At yung camera na naka-assign sa kanya dapat well-maintained. So ang tanong ko ngayon sa PNP, ano bang klaseng body-worn camera ang na-acquire ninyo at magkano? Can anybody answer the question?
Good morning,
General Soriano.
Honorable Senator Rafi Tulfo, sirs, and of course our chairman from the PNP. Before we answer that, Your Honors, if you may, can you please allow us to read the opening statement from the PNP?
Okay.
Thank you, sirs. First, sir, I would like to inform this honorable committee that our Chief PNP is at this very moment rendering his traditional New Year's call to the SILG. That's why we are representing our chief, Your Honor, sir. To the honorable members of the Joint Senate Committee on Dangerous Drugs and Finance, led by its chairperson, the Honorable Joseph Victor J.B. Ejercito, sir. Honorable Rafi Tulfo, resource persons, other guests, good morning. The Philippine National Police expresses its appreciation for the opportunity to participate in today's joint hearing on the legislative proposals on the use of body-worn cameras during law enforcement operations. These measures reflect an important national conversation on transparency, accountability, and public trust principles that are fundamental to modern policing. We acknowledge the intent of Senate Bills number 86, 358, 1184, and 1328 to strengthen institutional safeguards during police operations, protect both our personnel and the public, and ensure the evidentiary procedures meet the highest standards of integrity. In particular, the use of body-worn cameras may be set as a general rule for law enforcement operations, subject only to narrowly tailored exceptions for covert operations, such as buy-bust operations where advanced visibility of recording devices may compromise operational security and safety of our personnel, Your Honors. We highlight the importance of clear operational guidelines that will allow our frontline personnel to use these devices without compromising officer safety or the tactical requirements of the operations. Nevertheless, the PNP remains committed to working with this honorable committee to refine the framework in a manner that is implementable, technologically sound, and responsive to the realities faced by our law enforcement units on the ground, Your Honors. We are ready to provide the Senate with data, operational insights, and recommendations drawn from our previous deployments and pilot implementations of the body-worn camera, Your Honors. Lastly, Your Honors, we reaffirm that transparency and accountability are essential pillars of a professional police organization. Any measure that strengthens these pillars will while ensuring of operational viability is something that the PNP is prepared to fully support. Thank you, Mr. Chair. And
Mr. Chair,
to answer your
Yeah.
question,
please
Your
answer
Honor,
my question. Magkano po yung per unit ng body cam and how many body worn cameras do we have that the PNP have procured so far?
Yes, sir. The existing number of BWCs procured in 2019, Your Honors, number to around 2,200.
2,200.
Yes, sir. Originally purchased, sir, 2,696. The
2,600.
2,696, Your Honor,
So-
in 2019.
What happened to the 400?
I would like to inform this committee that these units, considering that they were procured in 2019, Your Honors, have reached their end of life already. That's why we're doing our very best to do practical maintenance on the units. And as of present, out of the 2,696, we are still using 2,200 operational.
Oh, wait a minute. So, ang lifespan ng body worn cameras na binili nyo, up to 5 years lang?
Yes, sir. But factors like environment, yung mga nature ng operations, Your Honor, umuulan, ay nagko-contribute din.
Okay. So, now you only have 2,200.
2,200. For 2025, sir, we have ordered a total of 17,454 units.
17,000.
Yes,
So,
sir.
if you add the 2,000, so we're talking about 18,200.
The expected delivery of this is first week of May, this 2026, sir.
Okay. And how much is it valued per unit?
32,000 pesos, Your Honor.
32,000 per unit.
Yes, sir.
Kasama na dyan yung live streaming.
Yes, sir. Yes, kasama po.
Okay. And who are this? Are you sure it's 32,000?
Yes, sir. It's part of the capability of the procured BWC units, Your Honor.
So this 17 plus 2,000, so 18,000 more or less, kulang-kulang 19. Who are the operatives will be wearing these BWC?
Your Honor, this will be distributed as we have done in 2019 to all police regional offices and operating units at the national headquarters, Your Honor, like the CIDG and PIDEA. PIDEG,
Not only PIDEA, PIDEA?
PIDEG, Your Honor.
Okay. I would also advise na dapat itong mga operatives nyo or itong mga police nyo sa mobile unit, yung mga nagpapatrolya, dapat they should be also wearing body-worn cameras. I've noticed they don't. They're not wearing body-worn cameras. Kasi sila yung palaging nasa field, umiikot, and then all of a sudden, may mangyaring kaguluhan, may kailangan arestuhin. Sila yun nasa front line. So,
Opo.
dapat sila ang kailangang merong body-worn camera at all times.
Yes, Your Honor. Siguro po, considering yung existing na 2,200, kukunti pa po to compared to the number of patrollers we have on the ground. By the time na ma-deliver po siguro yung additional, mag-i-increase na yung makikita natin.
Hindi, pero for the meantime, General Soriano,
Yes, sir.
mag-ikot ka ngayon. Yung mga pulis na nasa mobile patrol car, pulis naman naglalakad sa kalye, wala silang body-worn camera. Sila dapat yung may mga body-worn camera kasi meron silang everyday interaction with the public.
We will take note of that, sir, and we will make the necessary adjustments.
Of course, importante yung mga operatiba. Pag alam mo, meron mga raid, meron mga pagsasep ng warrant of arrest. Of course, it's a must. Pero ako, concern ako doon sa mga pulis na palakad-lakad dyan sa kalye, foot patrol, gumagawa ng peace and order, pag lilibot, they should be the one who must be wearing body-worn cameras. Kasi silang palaging tinatawagan, Mr. Chair, pag may problema, Mamang Pulis, ayun, may nag-orimentado doon o may nagwawala po doon, pupunta si Mamang Pulis. The way, depende kung paano niya i-handle yung situation, doon magkaalamanan sa body-worn camera kung sumunod ba siya sa protocol o hindi. The way to confront or arrest a suspect. Without the body-worn camera, again, like I said earlier, it will be he said, she said.
Your Honor.
Kasi di naman lahat ng oras meron kayong operation, di ba?
Tama, sir.
Okay, so anong tingin niyo po doon, sir?
Sa ngayon po, ang meron tayo sa bawat istasyon ay maximum ng 8 na body-worn cameras. And compare mo to sir sa ratio ng personnel sa bawat istasyon natin na 50 and above dito sa lalo dito sa NCR ay gumagamit po tayo ng alternative recording devices katulad ng cellphones.
Naku po, wala akong tiwala sa cellphone. Madali po mabura yun. Madaling
Yes,
magawa ng remedyo. Pwedeng burahin agad yun. Dili lalo kung cellphone niya sarili ng pulis. Buburahin lang niya yun. Tapos ng laban.
Only in the absence of the primary recording device, Your Honor.
Kaya nga po, pero much better sana maka-acquire na tayo nitong mga body-worn BWC at mas maganda kung maging one-on-one. Kasi Mr. Chair, I remember, I think several times tumawag ako ng PNP para isurrender ko yung suspect, murder suspect na pumunta sa akin to surrender himself. And then dumating, 4 na pulis, isa lang mayroong body-worn camera. And then I've also observed in some incidents na magkaroon ng police operations para mag-serve ng warrant, ang meron lang, 5 sila, operatives, isa lang ang may suot. Delikado yon. Kasi siyempre, yung 4, gagawa ng kung ano nung, if I may, kalokohan, itong may body-worn camera, tatalikod lang, libre nitong 4. Gumawa ng gusto nang gawin. So kung lahat sila may body-worn camera, sa pool, walang pwede magloko. That's the reason, sinasabi ko na noon pa, lahat ng operatiba, kung 5 sila, 5 ang body-worn camera suot-suot. Kung 10 sila, lahat silang 10 meron. Ang nangyari kasi ngayon, would you agree, General Soriano? Kung 5 sila, isa lang may body-worn camera, yung 4 wala na. Tama?
Most of the time, Your Honor.
Yes, dapat hindi ganon. So magkakaroon ng cover-up. Pwede magtakipan sila.
Naintindihan po namin yung sentiment nyo, Honorable Senator Tulfo, sir. Yun po ang gustong i-address ng mga procurements natin, especially this last 2025. We're just awaiting delivery. And we're looking at procuring a total of 90,000 units until 2028, Your Honor, para po magamit katulad ng sinasabi niyo pong ideal na situation during patrols.
Well, with the indulgence of Senator Tulfo. So yung target natin is additional, maging 90,000 total for 2028. Kasi for 2026, I understand that the DLG indicated that there is a plan to procure an additional 34,000 for 2026. Tama ba? 2026, 34,000. So additional dun sa 70,000 na will deliver, tapos we will procure another 34,000. So tama, no? And then ang target natin is 90,000. Just confirm it lang, General, up to 2028 para yung target na maabot yung sinasabi ni Senator Tulfo na 1:1 ratio for body-worn cameras para sa lahat ng active duty personnel ma-active natin.
Mr. Chair, sir, for 2026, ongoing pa po ang aming market scoping. So wala po akong wala kami maibigay sa PNP ng exact number of units for procurement. So nagma-market scoping pa kami as required under the new Government Procurement Act, Republic Act 12009, Your Honors.
Pero ang gusto kasi namin malaman ako, General, of course, pag yung mga nakaupo lang sa opisina, they don't need body-worn cameras. Yung mga lumalabas sa field, yung foot patrol, yung nasa mobile patrol, yung nag-ooperate, nag-serve ng warrant, these are the people na kailangan talaga merong body-worn camera. Ngayon, ang tanong ko sa inyo, General, sabi nyo 17,000 body-worn cameras are set to be procured, right?
Set to be delivered this May.
Set to be delivered this May. How much is the total amount of these body-worn cameras? Itong 17,000. How much is the total amount?
Ang total amount for this procurement, Your Honor, is 872 million pesos.
872 million pesos. Would you divide that? I don't have the calculator because nabigla mo ako ngayon. So 872 million pesos divided by 17,000, how much would that be?
Please give me time to
Okay.
compute, Your Honor.
If I may, and also, if I may butt in also, nag-i-issue kasi po ito, no? That's why Senator Tulfo is asking. No, isang taon dahil yung body-worn cameras ng Philippine Ports Authority that were flagged down by our colleague Senator Tulfo, medyo mataas po ang presyo. That's why siguro ito po yung gustong malaman na presyo natin per unit. No? So gusto lang liwanagin yung cost ng PNP para sa sarili nitong body-worn camera system. I think ito yung ano.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Kasi katulad sa Philippine Post Authority, lumilitaw na isang body-worn camera nila nag-amount to 875,000 pesos per unit. Yan yun. So dito, magkano po?
Your Honor,
Lumilitaw?
gusto ko pong inform ang committee na aside sa 17,454 units ng BWC, ay meron din po itong kasama na 1,990 units ng desktop computers intended for the operation of these BWCs. At meron din pong kasama ito na UPS at network attached storage for the BW system. So we included po sa costing ng BWC at 32,000 per unit, Your Honors.
So lumilitaw, it's 51,294 per unit. Kung, kung yung sinasabi mong amount na binigay sa akin, how much was the amount again, you said? The total amount?
49,000.
49,000.
Almost 50,000. 49,959 to be exact.
Per unit.
Yes, Your Honor.
At the number of units you just mentioned, how much was it again?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's a
17,454 units.
17,454? Okay.
Correct, Your Honor.
And then the total amount?
872 million pesos.
Okay. Hindi skandaloso para sa akin, Mr. Chair. Kasi kumpara doon sa Philippine Ports Authority, isang unit lang nag-amount ng 800 million. Ito, more or less, mga nasa 50,000 per unit. Okay na, kasi marami mga add-on.
Yes, sir.
Wala tong live streaming.
Meron, sir.
Pag may operation lang.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. Now, paano yung sino yung responsible sa custody nito? After na halimbawa mag-duty na after nag-duty ng operatiba natin, sino ang nagsi-safekeeping nitong mga body-worn cameras?
Yes, sir. After the issuance of supply directives from the Directorate for Logistics, Your Honor, of the PNP, the intended recipients now take custody of these BWC units, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yung end users, Your Honor.
At gusto ko rin po, General, dapat ang publiko, upon request, mabigyan ng access dun sa footage ng body-worn cameras. Pwede?
That would depend on the sensitivity of the operation, Your Honor. But generally, yes, sir, that's provided under existing laws. The right to
No,
information, Your Honor.
kasi halimbawa, no, kasi in other countries, they're doing this now. In the United States, for example, so nagkaroon ng traffic stop. Tapos, yung police natin naging excessive yung naging action niya towards that person he was stopping for whatever traffic violation. Now ngayon, sasabihin nung motorista na inabuso po ako ng pulis. Sabi ng pulis, hindi, ikaw ang abusado. So sasabihin ngayon ng motorista na I need a copy of that footage so that I can bring this case in court. So they should have access to that. Upon request, upon written request, they should be given access to it. Hindi pwedeng kayo-kayo lang.
We understand that, Your Honor. Meron po silang access.
So upon request, so ilalagay ko yun sa batas ko eh. Pero for the meantime, habang di pa batas, make sure that the public, upon request, would have access to that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Maliban na siguro kung national security, okay. Pero kung one-on-one, itong tao na inakusahan nyo, na gumawa ng kalokohan, mahuli nyo, and humingi siya ng footage, let it be. Give him or her the opportunity na maka-secure ng footage na yun.
Yes, sir.
Tama? Now, a few more questions.
Go ahead. Siguro tanong ko lang, singit ko lang, Senator Tulfo, for your indulgence. Total, nag-uusapan yung body-worn cameras in terms of operation. Yung NBI and PDEA, kasi may mga operation din kayo, dapat may body worn camera. Ang tanong ko lang, gaano karami yung yung inyo pong mga units, and then para maituloy, para alam ng committee. Kasi kayo rin yung mga crucial sa mga operations sa body worn cameras. PDEA and NBI. So, yun lang. Importante din po to para sa sa sinusulong na na panukal.
Pero if I may add, makasingit bago siya magsagot. Kaya mas interesado ako sa PNP, Mr. Chair. Karamihan ng mga reklamo ay PNP. Bibihira, may magreklamo sa akin. Yung PDEA, ni-raid kami, loko-loko, abusado, siraulo, etc. I'm sorry for the words. More on PNP. PNP talaga ang palaging sentro ng reklamo ng mga taong pumupunta sa programa ko. But anyway, you might want to answer the chairman's question.
Yeah, sir, we have body cameras. So now we have 806 for the whole PDEA. And we had an average per region about 40 to 45 cameras per region. Not all are wearing cameras during operations. But here in Metro Manila, every team has its own, because we have a lot of cameras remaining here. In the regions, maybe in every teams, there are 2 or 3 cameras being used during operations. But PDEA has only planned operations. That is search warrant, warrant of arrest, and bypass operations. We have no warrantless arrest for the moment.
Okay, proceed. NBI, quickly lang para maituloy na ni Senator Tulfo because he has a hearing to another hearing. Sige, Attorney Demetria.
Mr. Chair, I am not sure as to the number of the body-worn camera, but rest assured that we are compliant with Admin Matter 210608, sir.
Again,
In all our operation.
again, Mr. Chair, wala akong mareklamo na tangkap sa NBI na nag-cooperate sila at may pang-abuso. Kung meron man, bibihira. More on sa PNP, kaya I'm going to concentrate my questions sa PNP, konti na lamang. Pero mag-segue muna ako sa body-worn cameras. Nasuggest ko na ito several chief PNPs ng nakaraan. Yung pagkakaroon ng CCTV sa mga presinto ng PNP, especially sa mga jail cells. Of course, pwera dun sa mga CR nila. Kasi karamihan, Mr. Chair, sasabihin, nagbigti, binugbog, napatay. Huwag ka, pupunta doon yung inmate, okay, malusog, walang problema. Kinabukasan, nagbigtira at ang daming pasa. Palagi nangyari po yun. That's why I suggested, dapat sa lahat ng jail cells ng PNP, merong CCTV, whether pang lalaki o pang babae. In some cases, pag sa babae naman, nire-rape, minimolestya. In the absence of the CCTV, dapat pati doon sa inyong investigation room, meron din dapat CCTV na habang iniimbestigahan yung suspect, nakikita how it's being investigated, how it's being done. Kasi in some cases, tinotorture, binubugbog. Kahit na walang kasalanan, napapaamin yung suspect dahil binubugbog eh. Natutupad na ba yun? Meron na bang mga CCTV sa mga areas, of course, strategic areas sa lahat ng presinto, particular na sa jail cell, pati doon sa pagbablatter. Kasi, Mr. Chair, pagdating sa blatter, whether ikaw ay suspect o hindi, pag nagtanong, ang susuplado ng mga pulis, ikaw na nga magreklamo, pag tinanong ka, para kang inimbestigahan, yung iba natatakot, umatras na, ba't pa ako magreklamo? Habang ako'y tinatanong, parang ako yung suspect, alis na lang ako. So, kailangan ng CCTV dyan. Sa blatter section. Tapos sa mga jail cells, meron na ba? Wala.
Your Honor, meron kaming existing na policy sa PNP on the installation of CCTVs in specific areas in every station, but this is limited to the availability of CCTV. This is one of our ways forward, katulad din ng BWC, Your Honor.
No, teka muna, sir. Nag-budget na ako dyan. Nag-request ako ng budget for that na magkaroon ng CCTV sa jail cells. Of course, huwag mo ilagay sa loob ng jail mismo dahil sungkitin niya ng mga inmates. Doon sa labas na nakafocus na may kita yung activities ng mga preso doon sa loob.
Sa ngayon naman, Your Honor, karamihan meron.
Huwag karamihan, dapat lahat meron. Kasi I think last year, may namatay na naman na inmate. At sinabing nagbigti. Pumunta sa programa ko. Paano nagbigti? Ang daming pasa sa paa. Kung nagbigti, dapat ang pasa sa liig. Ang pasa sa binti, sa dibdib, sa ribs. O, ibig sabihin binugbog. Kung may CCTV, hindi mangyari yun. Diba? Saka dun sa interrogation room, dapat mayroon din CCTV. It's
Yes,
a
Your-
must. You should do that, General. Ilang beses na ako nagsalita ito, ilang PNP na nakalipas. Puro yes, yes, Your Honor, yes, Your Honor. Pero hanggang ngayon, wala pa rin. Anong klase yan?
Doon sa mga areas na sinasabi niyo, Your Honor, meron naman tayo existing sa
Lahat ng jail cells? You sure?
sa police stations, Your Honor.
Yeah, kaya nga, sa lahat ng police station, mga jail cells, dapat
Yes, Your
meron.
Honor.
Meron na?
They are required, Your Honor.
Required, pero hindi pa lahat. Kasi maggagawa ko ng random inspection, gusto ko dapat lahat. Meron. Tapos doon sa mga pagblateran, yung welcome to the PNP, tapos di ba may desk yan. I want a CCTV in place para makita natin kung paano nag-handle yung mga pulis natin doon sa mga pupunta sa presinto. It's either para magreklamo o sila ay pinoprocess bilang suspect. At saka doon din sa investigation room, I want a CCTV para makita how the suspects are being handled. Kasi pwedeng bugbugin, pwedeng torturein para mapaamin kahit walang kasalanan. At saka yung sinasabi ko, pati jail cells ng mga babae, hindi nyo hinahalo yung babae at lalaki sa sa presinto pag may mga sa mga jail cells ninyo. Magkahiwalay babae and lalaki, right?
Tama po.
Right, okay. Now, kailangan ko rin sa parking. Kasi in some cases, Mr. Chair, doon sa parking kinukulata yung mga suspect Kasi madilim. So, well-lighted dapat yung parking. Not only that, sa impounding din. Kasi yung parking din nila, ginagawang impounding yan mga suspect. Tapos doon, kinakatay. Nakakaya yan, General, sa loob ng presinto niyo mismo sa compound. Kinakatay yung mga kotse na na-impound. Wala na. Pag-claim na nung, after na-clear na sa korte, kiklaimin na nung tao yung kanyang kotse o kanyang motor, katay na. At nakakaya yon. Pero kung may CCTV at well-lighted, may iwasan po yon. Okay, General, maasahan ko ba yan?
Yes, Your Honor, we commit to address all your concerns and naintindihan po namin at kasama nga po ito sa existing policy ng PNP. At in our ways forward, ito po ay fully ma-address ng Philippine National Police, Your Honor.
Okay, and last na lamang po. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, ni-request ko rin sa mga nakaraang PNP. In fact, General Torre went to my office at that time when he was still the chief PNP and I told him about this policy na dapat baguhin, even the NAPOLCOM, and I was visited by the NAPOLCOM commissioner last year as well. And I told him na merong polisiya ng NAPOLCOM or from the PNP and NAPOLCOM na kapag meron isang suspect na nahuli at siya ay minagshot, hindi pwedeng i-release ng pulis hanggat hindi siya ma-convict. I said, that's bullshit. Samantalang kapag yung pulis gustong mag-exhibition, wala ng policy agad-agad yung suspect, hinihilera pa, ini-issue sa media. Ang purpose ko naman kasi, Mr. Chair, para magkaroon ng awareness na itong si Juan de la Cruz na nanggahasa o itong si Juan de la Cruz ay magnanakaw, na-reklamo at siya po ay na-process na-inquest na ito yung mukha niya. Ano bang masama doon kung hingi tayo ng picture? Can you change that policy? Kasi bigyan tayong example, kahapon lang, yung sa flood control o isang araw, naglabas agad kayo ng mga picture ng mga suspect na hindi pa convicted. Tama ba? Yun, yung dalawang suspect sa flood control, naka-mugshot na nilabas nyo. So selective kayo.
If I may answer, Your Honor.
Go ahead po.
I don't have the detailed circumstances of that case na sinasabi niyo po na na-refuse ng police na ibinigay ang picture. Pero as far as the PNP is concerned, upon filing of any case, there's an attached mugshot of the suspect. So available na po right there and then yung picture
Exactly. Dapat mag-issue ka sa lahat ng commander kasi the last time I forgot the name. Anong pangalan nung ano? Ano ba kaya ano? I think it was a colonel na sabi ko, pahingi ng picture nung suspect na nakasagasa. Kasi na meron tumatawid na pedestrian na bata na sagasaan. So ang ginawa, kinalat yung picture ng bata, kinalat yung picture ng nanay, pero yung picture na nakasagasa ayaw i-release ng pulis. Kasi nga, hintayin daw, dahil may policy ang pulis, hintayin hanggang sa makonvict. So sabi ko, that's a bullshit policy. So nangako sa akin yung PNP, pati na Polcom, that they will change that. So dapat gusto ko from now on, lahat ng presinto, lahat ng commander, masabi na pwede as long as yan ay namagshot na, di ba? Dumaan na yan sa proseso, huwag natin hintayin hanggang sa conviction. Can you do that now, General?
Yes,
Para
sir.
banggitin ko itong hearing na ito, para sa susunod, pag may pumalag ulit ng mga station commander, sabihin ko, sabi ni General Engelbert Z. Soriano, pwede na raw.
We'll
At
address
mag-issue ka po ng memorandum sa lahat.
Yes, sir. We'll convey this to the appropriate directorate and unit of the Philippine National Police.
I want that conveyed sa para maging patas naman kasi naging selective tayo pag yung, di ba? Pag yung sa mayaman, medyo merong special treatment.